Today we're going to make pesto. It's really easy. I have an abundance of basil in my garden, so I've picked that, kind of shook it off as I picked it to make sure I got most of the bugs off if there were any. So I've got it picked here, and then I'm stripping the leaves off the stem. I'm going to soak them here to, really make sure there aren't any bugs. And then once that's done, I'll drain it and I'll be back with you in just a moment. Okay, so we have everything washed here, and so I have my basil and my colander that I've washed, rinsed a couple of times. I've got a pot of boiling or water to boil. So once it boils, we're going to put in the basil for 15 seconds, and then we're going to throw it in this ice bath, and that will keep the basil green. Now, if I was eating all of this tonight, I wouldn't worry about that, but I'm having company in a couple weeks, so I'm going to freeze some of this, and I can have it out as a spread, a dip, whatever, because I'll also make a sun-dried tomato pesto for that week that my daughter and son-in-law and grandchild are in town. So stay tuned, and as soon as I do this, we'll come back. Okay, our water is boiling. So just by the handful, I'm going to toss in some of our basil. I've got my little strainer here. Let's see. This needs to be for like 15 seconds. And that's probably good enough. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this out, throw it into the ice bath, push this out until we get all of the pieces out of this first batch. Sorry. Filming one-handed is a little bit difficult. Another little piece there. This has gone right into the ice bath here. And we'll do the little stragglers here. We're going to do our next batch. All right. In fact, I don't even think it needs to be boiling at this point. So I'm going to turn that off so we have less steam. Next handful. Let's do 2. That was way too easy. So again, I'm going to submerge some of these while they're cooking. Go over to my ice bath and make sure everything is submerged over here. My hands are super clean because I've been cleaning all of these. All right, that's probably about 15 seconds again. And submerge it over here. That water smells good. I'm almost tempted to cook my pasta in this water. We'll see. Oh my goodness. It smells so good. Because I am going to use the same pan. And this isn't that bad because I'm going to use the same pan. I'm going to use the colander all for the pasta. I think the only extra bowl I'll really have is this is this ice bowl. I think I'll make this the last batch. I'll get all of this in here. Yummy. Alright, that's it. I'll stir it around a little bit with my strainer. Oh man, that pasta has so much flavor in this water. Steamy. Here we go, another ice bath. And I'll be back in a minute when we actually begin to make the pesto. All right, so now for mixing our pesto, we have our food processor. Now, you can use a hand blender, immersion blender type thing if you'd like. I have some extra virgin olive oil, the basil that we blanched. I didn't have a lot of pine nuts, but I'm a Georgia girl, so we're mixing pecans, and I have some pine nuts in here as well. You can see a few of them. And I'm going to start off with a 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese, and I'm using kosher salt. Now, I know Himalayan pink salt and kosher salt is all the rage, but do make sure that occasionally you use the iodine salt. It's an essential nutrient that you need for your body. You can get goiter if you don't use it. So let's start mixing this. I'm going to just dump all this in. Easy going here. And the Parmesan cheese. A little bit of salt to taste. It's probably enough, not too much. Yeah, and I like to it's kind of hard opening olive oil with one hand, but I'm going to drizzle about 1/3 cup of olive oil as it's blending, and I don't want to hurt your ears, so I'm going to do that offline through this little hole here to make it easy. So once I start blending that, I'll start drizzling in my olive oil. We'll come back and taste and see how it is. Be right back. Okay, so I finished that process. I will tell you, I tasted it. I added some more pecan into it. I put a little bit too much salt in it, but I want a little tang, so I'm going to add just a few drops of fresh lemon. I say a little too much salt, but I know what, I won't be salting anything of the pasta. Because remember, the Parmesan has a lot of salt too. So actually it's going to work out fine, as long as I only use it for pasta and not for a cracker spread or something like that. So that's how you make pesto. I hope you try it. I hope you enjoy it. I did add more than 1/3 cup of the olive oil, probably a 1/2 cup to this bunch. You know, I had a lot here. So that is it. Like I said, I'm going to use some for dinner tonight. Stay tuned for that video. And I'm going to freeze some, hopefully. We'll see how it looks once I get the pasta done. Thanks for watching. Take it easy. If you like the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button, and see you in a bit.